Switch your lanes in the ram, so don't get it twisted.
I can tell that you've been practicing. I can tell that you've been practicing. All those other men will practice.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
White Iverson. When I started balling, I was young.
If you think that you have a cool pair of socks in these, nah. So, I am extremely picky when it comes to apps to track my workouts, and I have been through what I feel like all of them, even Microsoft Excel, and it's hard for me to not use Excel because I'm an accountant, that's what I love, but it's not the best for tracking workouts, so I have been using the Strong app. I've been tracking it on this app called, if you can see here, called Strong. I have gotten a few questions from you guys, so I reached out to them, and they have agreed to sponsor this video. So I'm gonna just kind of walk you through it, show you how I use it, and why I think it's one of the better ones out there. The first thing that I like about the app is that it's very intuitive. The last thing I want to do is be messing around with my phone during my workout, and I don't want something that's going to take a lot of time. So I kind of just scroll through, add in the exercise that I want to do. And I would say one of the downfalls that I found so far is that in its like default bank of exercises, it doesn't have all of the options that I'm looking for, but it does have an option to create your own exercise, which I've had to do quite a few times. I'll be the first to tell you guys when I fall off, and I have done an awful job of tracking anything fitness related, whether that be macros or workouts. And really, I'm not too concerned about macros. I mean, I can pretty much do that intuitively. But working out, you need to track it. You know, you need to see it on paper or on an app that you are making progress, and that's something that I can't go back and look at right now. So I am going to get back into tracking all of my workouts, and what I like about this app is it will allow you guys to kind of follow along with me, so I can tweet it out or I can share it with you guys. So if you're interested in doing the same exercises or the same workouts that I'm doing, you can do so. I think that my favorite feature of the app is the ability to easily see what you did the week previous. You don't have to scroll around, you don't have to go searching for it, it's right there in that column. So that's probably one of my biggest complaints about all the other apps, so I really like that feature, and it just makes it so you don't give yourself the excuse to kind of slack off like I've been doing. Now it does have a few drawbacks still. Like I said, I'm pretty picky about this. It is a little bit confusing at first once you make the workout, how to go back into it to do it the next week, but once you figure that out, smooth sailing, and you're limited to the amount of workouts you can actually track on the free version, which if you're like me, you don't like to pay for a lot of things, so maybe they will work on that if they get enough traction to the site, hopefully kind of expand that free version to make it a little bit more user-friendly. But overall, I would say that this is my favorite app that I've used to track my workouts so far. If you guys want to check it out, it's called the Strong app. I will link it down below. The real question is, how do you guys expect to get jacked without tracking your bicep curls? Did it work? Do I look huge? Alright, glad to hear it.
This was life, red in tooth and claw, and I couldn't help wondering if it was also the story of Blue Ribbon and the Marlboro Man.
All these lies are taking a toll on me. You still believe everything is meant to be, but this is slowing down, so we throw away the dream. Gotta let go somehow, just to be free. I've been a mess by myself, seems like there's nobody else, but our time was up. I feel the rain falling down, my world seems so different now, but I don't wanna do another run around with you, so.
Currently watching my buddy Brandon Campbell on Instagram Live, and a few of you have asked me why I don't do that, because I don't trust myself, guys. That's pretty scary. I'm not the most politically correct person, and to be there live without being able to take anything back or edit anything out, that's a bit risky.
So I still see you.
So it's 2:30 already, and this is the first food that I'm having all day, partly because I'm very invested in this project, and sometimes I'll start working on something and I just do not feel like taking the time to eat, but also because, well, this video that I'm editing is from last night where I ate like a complete idiot, which I'll touch on in a little bit. But these coffee oats are so good, especially if you put them in the fridge. I know it kind of sucks to wait, but I guess I've had them in there for like 2 hours. But if you just let them in there for maybe 30, 40 minutes and then they cake up. There's about a 98% chance I'm not leaving this chair today. This is going to take me all day, and I probably won't get it all done. But it's a food challenge, and this challenge specifically is it's very labor intensive, I guess you'd call it. It takes a lot of time, a lot of different cameras going on. So you guys don't care. But I was like, how am I going to make this video interesting? So I figured I would just talk about what I'm doing. So this video, I did another fast food challenge, which they do really well. If I look on my most popular videos here, you can see most popular, fast food. Second most popular isn't fast food, but eating, cheat day, fast food, fast food. And you guys know I like to shout out different channels that I like, people that I think are putting out good content. So I want to shout out someone very, very special. And his name is Travis. Look at this video, guys. The richest homie I know, $2.2 million Ferrari Enzo. This is, no lie, one of the best videos that I've ever put out. And it got no love. First off, very cool natural face. Drone. A drone, guys. I'm pretty much Casey Neistat. Do you guys see this?
If I had a heart.
This is the richest homie of them all. Richest homie ever. More drone, guys. The internet loves drones. Super sick car edit. Cookies.
Yes, it is. You're drunk.
More drone.
This is my bedroom.
A tour of the house that I grew up in.
Crashed right now, which
Old recording studio.
the recording studio.
A motivational speech.
If you're not where you want to be, don't complain about it on the internet. Get off your ass and do something about it.
I want you to comment down below if you fall into one of these two categories. One, if you are one of the original rich homies that watched this video, so I can thank you because I do think this is one of my best videos ever. Or two, if that whole recap thing I just did convinced you to go watch it. You are just as good of a rich homie, even though you should have watched it before. But that's okay, that's okay. I won't hold it against you. Maybe you just missed that one. But the reason I go over all this is just to show you that the fast food videos are not, to me at least, that enjoyable. I mean, yeah, it's cool to eat bad food sometimes, but over 1 million people have watched me eat fast food, and I can't get 10,000 people to watch a video that I feel like is actually meaningful. So when you guys ask me, you know, why do you eat this way? Like, it just seems like you're eating crap all the time. One word, guys. YouTube. Hold on, let's be careful here. I don't want to make it seem like I'm blaming anyone for the way that I eat. Obviously, it's my choice. I'm making the decisions. But here's an example for you. A lot of people ask me questions about the 10,000 calorie challenge because they watch me do it, and they say they want to try it because they want to do it themselves. Guys, no. The only reason to do the 10,000 calorie challenge is for YouTube. I guarantee you, if you go to anyone's channel that has done it, it is one of their most viewed videos. We use that as a way to grow the channel. Now, what I do with food challenges, because believe it or not, those are not my favorite videos to do at all, but I use those as kind of like a growth vehicle to grow my channel, to hopefully bring people into my other videos, which I really have a passion for making, like that video that I just shared with you guys. It's not like I'm sitting around eating fast food all day. I'm not just in my kitchen stuffing donuts inside of a cookie cake. This is going to be absolutely savage. I still don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing, if it's a compliment, if you're trying to make fun of somebody, but the YOLOs use that word all the time, so I figured I could do it too, but this is gonna be stupid. And usually I do not blame my stupid actions on other people, but I blame my rich homies for this one. Look at this beautiful cookie cake I bought for the new year. They didn't even touch it. This thing is probably expired. I'm about to eat an expired cookie cake.
In my dreams tonight, thinking of the memories that we made for life, and everything that we did was all wrong. I'll be thinking about you till the morning. I still see you in my dreams tonight.
Okay, before this thing falls apart on me completely, the moment you've all been waiting for. Obviously, this thing is pretty good.
All my sins are coming right back to me. I'm not the only one to believe in destiny.
Unless I need a thumbnail picture. It's marketing, guys. You see how that works? I know some people like to complain about clickbait, but a lot of those people don't live in the real world. Everything is clickbait, but you have to think about it. Like, if I put a picture of myself holding a salad on this video, it would get half the amount of views. Now, I'm gonna put the same amount of time, energy, and effort into every single video that I do, but the two things that determine how well that video is going to perform are the thumbnail and the title. That's just the way that it is. And I try my best to entertain as well as educate on this channel, and one of the things that really helps educate the masses are extremes. Say, for example, back in the day, your parents would tell you, you did something because your friend did it, and your mom or your dad was like, well, if Jimmy went and jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff too? That's an extreme, guys. They are just trying to get their point across, like I do with flexible dieting. Yes, I go to extremes that you guys should not go to prove my point that you can have everything in moderation. Now, should you do what I'm doing? No. Do as I say, not as I do. I ain't your daddy. For real though, this video is going to be awesome. It should be out Sunday for you guys to watch.
We grew apart and we threw away the key. You gotta let it go just to be free. Maybe we weren't just enough. I tried to give you my love, you turned away. I still feel rain coming.
So it's 7:04 right now. The video has taken me all day. I probably have, I don't know, 3 or 4 more hours left, but it will be worth it. It's coming out extremely well. So how many of you guys would have clicked on this video with a picture of salmon burgers and a sweet potato?
You lied to me, you lied to me, you lied to me, you lied.
Yeah, I hear you. Now today is a great example of how I eat most days. So this morning, oatmeal almost every single day. For dinner, I typically have a bowl full of vegetables, and I'll have some kind of meat. Now, usually it's pre-cooked because I do not like to touch raw meat, and when I get home, I don't really want to mess around with that. So I got 2 salmon burgers, and I'll always have usually some kind of potato. Usually. Good Lord. I will typically have a potato, whether a sweet potato or a russet potato, doesn't really matter to me. And that's about it.
Enjoy the times with your family and your friends, and food is just food.
Currently watching my boy Christian. I apologize, I do not know how to pronounce your last name, dude. But if you guys are looking for a new channel that's going to be on the come up, I promise you, check out Christian. He's a great dude. And you know, one of the things that drives me crazy about mixed vegetables, they give you all of these carrots. Like, who wants all these carrots? This is why I typically try to stay away from this, but they marketed me. Ironically enough, what happened is they clickbaited me. It said mixed vegetables on the bag, and that was true. They just didn't tell me that it was 90% carrots. Damn them! I wish that there was a dislike button on that bag. And if you're wondering why I did not eat the Subway that I picked up earlier, these are actually gonna be for dinner this week. I've got some long nights ahead of me, so I'm gonna bring those in, and I have my lunches packed. That is dedication right there, my friends. And I've been going to Subway so much lately, but it's because I had these coupons for buy one, get one free footlongs. But you gotta be careful because in very, very small print at the bottom, it says you have to buy a drink, so still ends up being a good deal. It's clickbait. I'm gonna show you guys Shut up. I'm gonna show you guys 2 kitchen hacks that will change your life forever. But first, I'm gonna have to move you from my tripod here. I know this is it's kind of pathetic, but anyway. So I have 1 cup of egg beaters. Now, if you want to turn this into something amazing, what you can do is add 1 scoop of snickerdoodle protein into the egg beaters, and you make like a sweet omelet. It is so good. If you can believe that hack number 2 is almost just as amazing. And this one actually has like 2 hacks in one, but one should be so obvious that I'm not even gonna let myself have credit for that one. If you want to make anything taste good, specifically poison, just add some PES protein powder. And one of the things that I like to do to save on doing dishes is just throw it in this container because I know there's only one serving left. So there's gonna be one serving of yogurt, one serving of protein powder. That way I don't have to dirty up a bowl. But what if there, for whatever reason, wasn't actually one serving of yogurt in this and that's all that I tracked? Well, I've got good news. It's not that serious. And maybe even better news, I could save you guys 30% at pescience.com if you use Travis as your discount code. Now, unfortunately, I did have to dirty up a bowl for these strawberries. I've just got onto the frozen fruit kick because fresh fruit is just too expensive, but it's kind of a pain to have to defrost. Is that what you guys do? You put it in the, I almost said defroster. You put it in the microwave and defrost it? There's gotta be a better way. I just don't, you let me know.
Rain coming down, how come you're so different now? And I don't even recognize you anymore. So I still see you in my dreams tonight.
Another fun fact, 99% of the time when I put syrup on food, it's just for YouTube as well. It always has like a cool effect. And this comes out almost more like a pancake than an omelet, which is always nice because egg beaters do not have much flavor at all. So I'll give this a taste test for you guys.
My dreams tonight.
It's money. Good God. The stupid refrigerator. I'm gonna finish off the night with one of these Gatorade protein bars. These things are delicious, but the macros are awful on them. I mean, I'm pretty sure on the nutritional label, it doesn't even list it out. It just says terrible. That's all you get. But I don't have too much of an appetite since I did go pretty hard yesterday. So I'm gonna be going a little bit under my normal macros. And that's not intentional, really. I mean, it's just because I'm not hungry. I'm not gonna sit here and force feed myself, but I'm also not, like, I guess, punishing myself for it either. Some food challenges, I'll wake up the next day and I'll have my normal appetite back. But yesterday was definitely a special circumstance. So unfortunately, the video is not done yet, but hopefully it will be by Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for you guys to check it out. And I know today was pretty much just me sitting in my house doing that, but hopefully you guys got some kind of information or some kind of value out of it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you decided to spend a few minutes with me. That's pretty awesome. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. That really does help me out a lot. And I look forward to talking to you guys next time. That's clickbait, bro.